Good morning, Rotimi, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Harriet.
Well, Rotimi, before we talk about yesterday's figures, Thursday and Friday saw the equities market drop heavily. How much was lost on these 2 days?
Wow, those figures are really very outstanding. On Thursday, market lost 156 billion naira. On Friday, it lost 167 billion naira. And the summation of those two figures is 323 billion naira. I think to a great extent that is a very, very huge figure. And I think for the kind of negative, that is evident from the fact that whenever such a negative thing happens within the economy, it has a great impact upon the capital market. And I think so far it's really not, it's going to be very difficult to recover those figures back, even as the market gained as much as 1.07% yesterday. We're very hopeful that the trend has come, at least has subsided finally, and we won't see anything coming up as such again. And I think for as such, I believe the kind of information management system within the economy goes a long way to determine how investors perceive the market. And if with what we have seen happen, I believe strongly that if the information was managed properly, then definitely the kind of thing that we are seeing right now won't have happened. And I believe going forward, there will be a way, an amelioration to this kind of thing in the future.
Well, now let's look at Monday's figures. Most operators actually expected a negative trend to continue yesterday, but the market finished over 1% in positive territory. What boosted the market?
Well, I think investors went, over the weekend, they looked at what they have lost so far, and also looked at the implications of what had happened. The system has not come to a standstill. It is a going concern. There is continuity. The acting governor is not somebody that is very strange to the system. It is most senior deputy governor, and everybody weighed the options that okay, since there is going to be a continuity of policies, definitely there is the henchman that was there who was relieved of his job or who was suspended. Definitely things will still run since it wasn't the only one that was actually doing the job. And I think as such, investors took a close look at their portfolio and they realized that the kind of losses that the various securities have partaken in is quite huge, and it's better to stop selling and rather see how they can take opportunities in what is left. And we saw quite a good number of banking stocks moving up yesterday, and also the upward movement cut across every other sector. And I think if from what we've seen, I believe it really come to stay, because one thing that is still keeping the market going for now, at least that will make it to be able to withstand whatever storm comes its way, is the fact that this is earnings season. The results are being expected, and for what we have seen up to third quarter, those results are very fantastic. And I think to a great extent is what is going to affect the market going forward. So even the fact that there is no other negative news coming today, then definitely we will likely see the trend continue.
So, Rotimi, in spite of the fact that most investors know what the acting CBN governor, Dr. Sarah Alade, is going to do, that is continue in all the other in the policies that have predecessor or the suspended governor Sanusi actually started. The investors are comfortable with that, and even the foreign investors as well.
Well, I think one other thing that is very apparent to note here is that the tightening that we saw while Mr. Lamido Sanusi was in CBN, I think to a great extent we may not see that the level we are may remain, the status quo may remain. We are not going to see, we are most unlikely to see further tightening going forward. And I think that gives a lot of comfort to a lot of people, and most especially the bankers. And I think based on that, even foreign portfolio investors alike, they will really, it is going to be a welcome idea to them. At least that tightening was getting very excessive, although it was necessary. But at the same time, I believe with the way it stands, we are definitely going to see a different turnaround. So investors actually believe that given as such, definitely the market will definitely do better than what we are seeing before. And one thing that we need to note again, which I mentioned earlier on, is the fact that the kind of information that is fed into the system is what actually determines what happens to the market, because the market is solely information driven.
Now, Rotimi, let me just take you up on what news that actually hit the market yesterday. The management of the NSC actually released a statement yesterday and says it plans to start a fresh notification system known as X Alert. How is this going to affect the market?
Well, I think if you look at the kind of innovations that this present administration of the Nigerian Stock Exchange have put in place so far, I think to a great extent it has made communication seamless between investors, between operators, between the quoted companies. And I think this definitely is going to be another milestone. It's going to enhance such communication system. And when such is in place, then definitely it's going to make the market advance further than what we are seeing. So I think with what we are seeing now, and with so many other things which they told us that they are going to bring forth, definitely it's going to make the market get to a different level that will be most profitable to every stakeholder within the market.
So, Rotimi, just before I let you go, any indications as to what direction the market will most likely take today?
Well, I think with the way it stands now, and for what we have seen yesterday, a lot of people are still somewhat waiting actually whether some pricing will still come down. And those people that put a stay on the mandate that they are given before the news concerning Mr. Sanusi, most of them are removing that caveat now and say go ahead and buy before the price gets out of hand. So I think several other stockbroking houses, I believe, are getting the same mandate, and some of the foreign portfolio investors are already back with their mandates. So with that in place, less people selling and more investors willing to buy, and definitely the market will still continue in the upward trend today.
Well, thank you so much, Rotimi, for sharing your thoughts with us. To have a profitable trading day.
Thank you.
I've been speaking with a stockbroker with the Nigerian Stock Exchange and the Managing Director of Enterprise Capital, and we've been taking a look at developments on the market. And still on development at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, the management of the exchange actually plans to start a fresh notification system known as X Alert, which is what I just asked Rotimi about, and he's very optimistic about this, as well as other operators of the market, that this will boost the market to a different level entirely. Now, this new system kicks off from March 1st, as customers will have updated positions of their accounts in real time. This new system offers convenient and easy monitoring of all accounts. According to the Chief Executive Officer of the exchange, Mr. Oscar Oyema, this notification system will be run in-house by the Central Securities Clearance System, with reduced cost implications to both buyers and sellers in the Nigerian capital market. Well, there's more to come on the program, including a look at figures from some major markets. Please join us again.